wonderful people. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are at this very point in time. My brothers and sisters, and I still remember my word or my warning during the time that this so-called Hope Uzodinjo is planning and calling meetings of here and there on how to free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu or how to end the insecurity in the southeast. And I told my listeners, my viewers, if you people can recall your memory or call your mind back, you will remember what I said. I said this man is one of the reasons why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still in detention, because when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was declared free, when they declare him discharged and acquitted, as the Englishman said, when so-called the AGF, Attorney General of the Federation, which is Abubakar Malami, said he will have to do meetings with the southeastern governors. Who do he consult? Him, that is Hope Uzodinjo, and then Governor of Ebonyi State, therefore Mahe. They are the one that said and give instruction that this man should not be freed because the insecurity we are having in the southeast is to their own advantage, and they are catching out full time. Okay, make us listen wetin dey happen to Imo State now. Hope Uzodinjo have unleashed terror on the lives of the Imo residents, particularly in the Owerri side and also on the Olo side. In other words, he is the one that is behind the insecurity and is still calling for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's release, knowing fully well that if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is out, all these shenanigans what is happening in the southeast will end. Now he have unleashed police people on the Imolites to be killing them one another. What I mean Imolites, I mean the Biafrans and IPOBs. They tell me the person who is doing this in his own state. How then do you expect him to call for the release of the almighty Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for peace to reign in the southeast? No. He just wants to use a strategy to let these guys to gather the informations of all the so-called lawmakers in the southeast so that he will know how to strategize with his men, with his Ebubago militia and other etc. methods that they are using to subdue the people of Imo State and the entire southeast region. So make una hear this headline, make it not be say I talk too much. Make una hear them from the horse's mouth. Please, as you are watching, as you are listening, as you are enjoying this news, do not forget to subscribe, like, most importantly, share this message. Let it go to every news and crannies of the southeastern region. May we not say people where we put our mind on, say they are fighting for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. In other words, they are trying to worsen the situation for him. Number one of them is Hope Uzodinjo. Number two is Dave Umahi. The number three above all, the father of all, or the brother of all, or you can call him the leader of all, is Simon Ekpa. All they are doing, forgetting that calling Mazi Nnamdi Kanu name, they are never in any way fighting for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You people can quote me wrong, you can attack me, you can call me all sorts of names. But let me ask you people some questions. This is a very, very vital information and very, very vital a question to every one of you, and also it goes to Simon Ekpa. I'm not against anyone calling for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I'm not against anyone calling for sit at home, and I'm not against anyone that is fighting for the Biafran referendum. But let me ask you people question. You people that keep attacking me. Simon Ekpa claims that he's fighting for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Okay, there's no doubt about that. I have watched a series of his broadcasts where he laments and even called all the legal representatives of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu names. He is a lawyer in Finland. You people is aware of that. Have him ever for one day sent a single lawyer, even if not charge and pay lawyer, to go and stand for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in the court? The answer is no. Then tell me how. Calling for sit at home, do you think that alone can... At least as a lawyer, you know the best lawyer ever in that Finland or in the world, in the whole world, Europe. You could have at least contacted that person with the money, with the humongous money that you are making from what is happening in the Biafran region, and use it at least to hire a simple lawyer. Then we will know that yes, this man is truly fighting for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. No. Stop using that name of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to enrich your pocket. You people can attack me. You can call me all sorts of names. But I want you to go back home. Just think about what I said. This question. If he's truly fighting for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, have he ever spoken to any lawyer in Nigeria and said all those lawyers should step down? This one now is the best lawyer as lawyer he is. or as a legal practitioner he is, this one now is the one that set Mazi Nnamdi Kanu free from where he is. He never done that. Then tell me how he's fighting for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Is he with empty mouth? Is he with the costs on here and there? Let it be noticed and keep the record straight. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have been discharged of all frivolous what do I call it? Petitions written against him. All frivolous charges leveled against him have been quashed. What is keeping Mazi Nnamdi Kanu today? I can tell you this. Even in my dream, if coming up, I will tell you this. Is what he said with his mouth concerning the Nigeria concerning that contraction called Nigeria, and also the then head of state will be Muhammadu Buhari. One, he said Nigeria is a zoo, and he called Buhari a dead man. That same dead Buhari is still walking up and down today. I'm not disputing the fact that he called for DNA or whatever, but let me ask you people the simple question. Let us start from a local government level. Can you come out now and go and call a local government chairman now, tell you come, oh boy, come here also. In fact, if you doubt me, let's go to a hospital and do a DNA test, and I will prove you that you are not an Igbo man, you are an Hausa man. Do you think that man, even as a local government chairman, you know how pompous they are? Even councillor, they will not descend that so low to listen to a non-state actor. Then what people are telling me now in the comment section when I made the mention of the issue of Buhari. Not that I'm supporting Buhari, I'm never a fan of any politician. What they used to ask me now is that why he not agree to go to do DNA. A number one citizen that every world, even all the whole Africans are bowed down to. You tell that person with the same solo to listen to a non-state actor. Nah, make we get brain now. Can we not brain and the matter? Let us stop acting like illiterates. Whereby at least, even if we not go to university, we'll go to primary, kindergarten, primary, and also secondary school before we can be able to deviate from that angle. You expect him to descend so low. Even common chief of army staff, can you call chief of army staff? Whereby they're not even number one in the country, they're not number two, they're not number three, they're not number four. They are just on the force. You call them now. They are here. You want Yoruba? Come on, you want Fulani? And you tell him, he said no. No, he don't even have time to argue with you. He cannot even have time to do that. Buhari is a general, for we all knows, and he don't talk too much. But he's a silent killer. He don't talk too much. The reason the Buhari turned his back on the Igbos, not because we didn't vote for him, but simply because he come for a retaliation what happened when he was in the army. As simple as that. Anyway, I don't want to talk too much because anyway, I have talked too much already. But I know say with this talk now, people will still come to do what? To attack me. Some are calling me that I'm a fulefu, I'm a saboteur. I stand for Nigeria, I stand for Biafra. Listen to me and listen very good. I'm a newscaster. I'm into media. So don't expect me to come now and begin to side one side and be sounding one side. No. I bring the news to your doorstep. Whatever I say in the news is what I brought to you. So stop coming here to label me all sort of names. Saboteur, you're talking for Nigeria and you're talking for Biafra. Where I stand. Some say you stay Europe. Some say you drink coffee. Some say you people who stay Europe no get sense. Yeah. Ndi Igbo. Igbo enweze. Okay, they pay you say the person where they talk this in the Europe, Abi. My brother, the road is open, no. Flight is keep going up and down every blessed day. No one stopping you from going to Europe. So stop using that as an excuse to your ignorance. I beg you, let us go straight to the reason why we are here. One dead and several injured as police and suspected IPOB members clash in Imo State. This one is the plan of Hope Uzodinjo, and all of you know this. One person has been confirmed dead as a joint operation of police at the Olo Divisional Headquarters and the local vigilantes of Army Feke Ancient Kingdom clash with the suspected members of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, and its armed militia, Eastern Security Network in Imo State. Nigerian news gathered that the suspected IPOB and ESM members trooped in their numbers in an attempt to invade the palace of the chairman, Council of Imo State Traditional Rulers, His Royal Highness Eze Dr. Emmanuel Okereke, at the Army Feke in Olo local government area of Imo State. Confirming the incident, Imo police spokesperson Henry Okoye disclosed that the joint operation of the police and local vigilantes foiled the attempt. According to him, 2 local vigilantes whose names are withheld for security reasons were injured in the ensuing gun duel and immediately rushed to a nearby hospital for medical attention. He said the suspected IPOB and ESM members came in their numbers, shooting sporadically and fighting their way into the palace at Amifeke, Ancient Kingdom, Olo, but they received strong resistance from the police operatives and local vigilantes, who engaged them in a protracted gun duel, forcing them to flee to the adjoining bushes with various degrees of gunshot injuries. Okoye stated that, unfortunately, one of them died while receiving medical attention, while the others is in stable condition. On combining the armoring bushes, blood stains were seen, which evidently suggested that the hoodlums were fatally hit. IPOB maintains that the insecurity ravaging the southeast region is a Nigerian state-sponsored blackmail against Igbo, particularly against IPOB's peaceful movement for Biafran referendum. We have constantly condemned and associated ourselves from the unknown government and insist that Nigerian security agencies know those behind the masked unknown gunmen. These unknown gunmen were those who led the prison break at Owerri Correctional Facility on April 5 of 2021 for 3 good hours without any resistance from the government security operatives. They also led covert operations at Suleja, Abuja prison on July 5, 2020 without security resistance. If these men were not government agents, how could they have done this? How can a non-state actor carry out jailbreaks for hours without security resistance? And they did it at Kuje prison as well without no resistance. Government is behind all these things. According to Aisha Yusuf, look at what is happening now. Now we are talking about how to cut the cost of governance. They keep on increasing the numbers and creating more offices to siphon the commonwealth of the people. Now we have what they called how did they call it? I think they said it's Senators' Wives Committee or Association of the 10th National Assembly. First time for me to hear this one. First time for me to hear this. In the past government, I have never heard anything like this, whereby they appointed Regina Daniels, this Regina Daniels of yesterday, as their Secretary General. Back on here as our activist, where his name be Aisha Yusufu, is crying. We like nonsensical nonsense in this country. Aisha Yusuf speaks as Regina Daniels backs appointment. Hey, well, I know they finished. Nigeria is just a joke. Popular Nigerian activist Aisha Yusufu has shared her thoughts on an executive council made up of the 10th National Assembly senators' wives. First time for me to hear this nonsensical nonsense. And they want the general public, the poor masses, to tighten their seatbelt. Why they keep on creating rooms to divert public funds? Nigeria, on our way down. Nigerian recall that Nollywood actress Regina Daniels took to her Instagram page to announce that she had bagged an appointment. The youngest wife of Senator Ned Nwoko disclosed that she has been appointed the social secretary of the 10th Assembly Senators' Wives Forum Executive Council. Yeah, God have mercy. Yeah, Nigeria, which way? Nigeria is a cruise. A banana republic for that matter. Her appointment was made during the first inaugural meeting of the 10th Senators' Wives Association of Nigeria, hosted by Ekaite Akpabio, the wife of the Senate President of Nigeria. Remi Tinubu is there dragging her own executive office. Wife of Senator Akpabio is also out there dragging her own executive office. And all these things is an avenue to scandalize the commonwealth of the people. On our way down, the meeting preliminary or primarily focused on ways to support senators, their spouse, and the First Lady of the Federation in serving the great people of Nigeria more effectively. The men cannot do it. Even with their numbers, they still cannot do anything. You keep on creating more to support them. In what way, let me ask? I was also made the Secretary General of the Forum. I look forward to a great Nigerian posted. However, Aisha Yusuf, who seemed displeased with the council, lamented that governors has turned to a joke in the country. She wondered if there would be also a 10th Assemble Senators Husbands Forum. She wrote, "What is good for the goose should also be good for the gander. There should be a 10th Assemble Senators Husband Forum since we like a lot of nonsensical nonsense in this country. Governors is like a joke to us as we are proceeding. Nigeria, on our way done, they're gonna keep on creating rooms to squandalize the public money. President Tinubu and his team pressurizing 2 presidential tribunal judges to resign. NGO alleges." So they have started already. It's all right. The face of Waziri Nigeria, a non-governmental organization, has raised concerns on Thursday that there are confidential efforts allegedly underway to pressure at least 2 justices at the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal into resigning, potentially jeopardizing the judicial panel's effectiveness. The Group Director General, Comrade Buki Adeniyi, expressed these concerns in a statement released in Lagos. Adeniyi emphasized the potential implications of such resignations, noting that the required replacement process will likely extend beyond the time period stipulated by the Supreme Court. He believes this could be a calculated strategy to render the case void due to exceeding its statute of limitations. Found alleged that there is a hidden attempt by the President Tinubu to encourage the justice to resign, an action seemingly aimed at ensuring that the 180-day time frame for concluding the case expires before the panel can reach a resolution. Adeniyi said the justice has not resigned at the moment, but we have it on good authority that Mr. Tinubu and his team are seriously working hard to threaten and frustrate 1 or 2 of them to resign, so that the panel will be bereft of jurisdiction at this stage. This will lead to the replacement and retrieval de novo, in which case it will be statute barred once outside the 180 days stipulated by the constitutional attendant, or which ends the matter because Supreme Court cannot extend time. At the moment, Tinubu is pressurizing the tribunal. He wants 2 judges to withdraw or resign from the panel. A particular governor, formerly with the PDP, but now in the APC sequel, Tinubu's blessing from the South, is dedicated to use documents of money exchange between the government of that state and 1 or 2 of the justices in the past for judgments favored them, as a proof to harass and intimidate the justices to shift the judgment of the tribunal in their favor. Nigeria can never be well. The group, however, raised some pushback on the matter. How do you explain, if at all such money exchange occurred in the past, to now want to use such to blackmail the justice? Did the justice or justices demand for money the governor gave them or was given as thank you? In whatever case, the tribunal matter is different from whatever transaction they had together in the past. If they are bringing out people's past, make you know say you where they probe somebody, your past is never a good one. So allow them to do their work. I'm talking to you, Mr. Tinubu. He faulted the recent move by the council to the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) Atiku Abubakar to subpoena the institution on the need to ascertain authenticity of documents relating to his attendance at Chicago State University. Abubakar had in a petition dated July 11, 2023, by and through his attorneys, requested the court to issue subpoena commanding a corporate representative of resident Chicago State University respondent to appear for disposition upon oral examination of the topics set forth in an Exhibit A attached hereto at the office of the Detention LLP at 35 West Walker Drive, Suite 3400 Chicago, Illinois, 60601 on July 21, 2023 at 9 a.m. The respondent is expected, among other things, to testify and give evidences and in support thereof states as follows: that non-party Bola Ahmed Tinubu is currently the president of Nigeria and is facing various court proceedings concerning his election and the authenticity of documents relating to his attendance at Chicago State University that Mr. Tinubu had previously asserted that he attended various educational institutions located in the Chicago area, including but not limited to Chicago State University. To tell the truth and the veracity of Mr. Tinubu's assertions, petitioner must dispose a corporate representative of respondent, Chicago State University respondent, regarding educational record or lack thereof from respondent, among others. According to the news, that is what we have for us this morning. NDDC react to Wike's cash cow comment. Wike don't come again, no. NDDC don't react to Wike call NDDC a cash cow. The Niger Delta Development Commission, NDDC, have reacted to the recent outburst by the immediate past governor of Rivers State, Nyesom Wike, where he declared the commission as a cash cow organization instead of a development commission. Niger News report that on Monday, while speaking at the groundbreaking ceremony of the incumbent state governor, Similaye Fubara's 195.3 billion naira Port Harcourt Ring Road, a 50.1 kilometer project in Port Harcourt, Wike called for a review of the NDDC under the government of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. According to him, the project, which spans 6 local government areas with 6 flyovers and 1 bridge to be completed within 36 months, was supposed to have been executed by the NDDC. Replying to the former governor in a statement made available to newsmen on Thursday, the NDDC said Wike's labeling of the commission as a cash cow for siphoning said funds into private pockets is a criticism that challenges it to improve on meeting its objectives and not to join issues with the former Rivers State governor. On a day guilty, that is why you don't want to join issue with him. Managing Director of NDDC, Samuel Obuku, said the commission will not join issues with the former governor, who he said had done well for the people of Rivers State. We will not join issues with the former governor, Nyesom Wike. He has done well for the people of Rivers State, especially in urban modernization. Rather, we aspire by his positively change the NDDC narrative positively. For the past 6 months, NDDC has been building a sustainable foundation to ensure we run on a smooth and right track, according to the NDDC director, Samuel Uboku. We are working to put in place a corporate governance system that will enable the commission to run in accordance with the global best practices. Once there is a corporate governance system, you cannot beat it. That means you must be subjected to the process and procedures. That is the game changer for us. We want to regulate ourselves internally. That is why we must establish a system, the statement reads. On his part, the National Coordinator, South-South Elders Forum, High Chief Anabs Sarah Igbe, maintained that Wike had no moral justification for judging the NDDC. Hear what he said. Wike is the kettle calling pot black, Sarah Igbe. Meanwhile, the former spokesman, Pan Niger Delta Elders Forum, PANDEF, Sarah Igbe, slammed Wike, saying that the former governor cannot justify how he spent the 13% derivation Rivers State received during his time as governor. Igbe accused Wike of trying to take the speck out of NDDC's eye and not seeing the log on his own eyes. He said, here Wike is a case of kettle calling pot black. Wike was a governor for 8 years, collecting 13% derivation, but as we speak, oil producing communities in Rivers State still live in squalor. He has not been able to develop those communities despite all the monies collected as governor. How dare he come to the NDDC, another body saddled with the same responsibility of development in the region? This one is what? You accuse me, I accuse you. You open my nyash, I open your nyash. Nigeria can never be good with this kind of people. Presidential Tribunal, INEC speaks on deducting 2.5 million votes from P2B's score. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has denied the allegations of deducting 2.5 million votes from the scores obtained by the Labour Party presidential candidate in the 2023 election, Peter Gregory Obi. INEC made a denial in its final address to the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal in the case by Peter Obi and his party challenging the final outcome of the 2023 presidential election as declared by the Commission. Nigerians recall that Peter Obi of the Labour Party, who is challenging the victory of the presidential of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu on the February 25th polls before the election tribunal, alleged through his witnesses before the tribunal that results from certain polling units show that a total of 2,565,269 votes were not reflected in his score, aside from his claim of non-compliance with the Electoral Act of 2022. However, in their final written address dated July 14, INEC's lead counsel A.B. Mohamud S.A.N. said Obi failed to provide credible evidence to back his claim and therefore asked the court to dismiss the petition. Mahmoud added that Obi's witness failed to tender before the Presidential Election Petition Court the polling unit result used in writing his report, leading to claims of a deduction. Curiously, if the 18,088 polling unit results as uploaded on IRF are blurred, what of the duplicate copies in the possession of the petitioner's polling agents? We submit that the totality of the testimony and evidence of the so-called experts, be polling units 4, 7, and 8, called by the petitioners are manifestly unreliable and cannot ground the incidence of non-compliance pleaded by the petitioners. We submit that there is no credible evidence to prove that votes in those 18,088 polling units were suppressed just because blurred results were allegedly uploaded on IRF. The petitioners have only left the same to conjecture and speculations which never form part of the examination of the court, Mahmoud stated. Mahmoud argued that the INEC conducted the election within the confines of the law and therefore ordered the tribunal to dismiss the claim by Obi and his party. No attempt was in fact made by the petitioners to present any of their polling agents' copies to show any discrepancy since the blue results were alleged to have been uploaded with a view of surprising votes, the lawyer submitted. It's not easy. Let us proceed, my wonderful people. Refugee status. You will not like what happens next. David Hunduyin replies Zimbabwean governor. Our Nigerian investigative journalist David Hunduyin has accused Zimbabwe's permanent secretary in the Information, Publicity and Broadcasting Service, Nick Mangwana, of telling half-truths. Nigeria News earlier reported that Nick Mangwana on Thursday said Hunduyin was running away from being persecuted in Nigeria. Waiting concern you concern this guy. That is the issue. Mangwana explained that Zimbabwean government had no business putting out the details of his detention in public, but since Hunduyin has put it out there but without giving full details, it has become a paramount for the government to make clarifications. The permanent secretary noted that Hunduyin, while carrying a Nigerian passport, sought asylum in Ghana and traveled to Zimbabwe with the same papers, adding that he was supposed to come to Zimbabwe with a valid visa. Replying to Mangwana on Thursday after his release, Hunduyin tweeted, "I wasn't aware that it is a standard operating procedure in Zimbabwe for the country's Minister of Information to tweet the asylum status of a foreigner. But since you have resorted to telling half-truths, perhaps you should mention to your audience that I came into Zimbabwe with this valid Ghanaian refugee passport, which I have used to travel extensively over the world for 2 years. I am sure you saw the valid UK visa inside it. I am also sure that you saw the numerous entry and exit stamps inside it belonging to multiple jurisdictions inside and outside Africa. Only in Zimbabwe have I ever had an issue traveling with these documents. You might also want to share with your audience that I put a call through to the Zimbabwean embassy in Accra before I traveled to confirm that I did not need a visa, and that I was expressly advised that as long as the airline was happy to recognize the travel documents I would have no problem coming into Zimbabwe visa-free. Hundeyin added that he was sure Mangowan's behavior did not represent the behavior of the generality of Zimbabweans. Whatever you thought you achieved by doing this, I can assure you that you should have completed the job yesterday because you will not like what happens next, according to David Hundeyin, he said. Good Lord Jonathan storms Cambodia for parliamentary elections. Onye bayan aboko majono onachoke. The answer is no. Okay, look at the so-called Good Lord Jonathan, who have not said anything concerning the shambles of election that took place in Nigeria. Is now in the Southeast Asia, far away from home. It's going there for the parliamentary elections coming up on 23rd of July 2023. Former president of Nigeria, Goodluck Jonathan, has arrived in Phnom Penh, the capital city of Cambodia, ahead of the country's parliamentary elections. The former Nigerian leader made this known in a post via his Twitter account on Thursday, in which he revealed he was in the Asian country ahead of Cambodia's parliamentary election and the scheduled international leadership and democracy summit. While thanking his host, including Nigerian embassy officials, for a warm reception, Jonathan disclosed that he looks forward to engaging citizens. I arrived in Phnom Penh today ahead of Cambodia's parliamentary election and the scheduled international leadership and democracy summit to a warm reception from the Cambodian authorities, the Universal Peace Federation, and the Nigerian embassy officials as well. I thank Secretary of the State, H.E. Chom Sonri, who led the Cambodian government delegation, Dr. Charles Yang, Chair, UPF International, His Excellency Fulakami Akinleye, the Nigerian ambassador to Philippines, with concurrent accreditation to Cambodia, Ambassador Nasiru Aminu in Ethiopia, Ambassador Omar Jeba in Thailand, as well as officials from Nigerian embassies in Addis Ababa and Thailand for the amazing courtesies. I look forward to engaging citizens at the Democracy and Leadership Summit and a successful July 23, 2023 Cambodian elections, he tweeted, according to what we have here. The last but not the least, Ben Bruce strike pose with Desane Alessandro Madueke amid battle with cancer. The former senator representing Bayelsa East and the chieftain of the People's Democratic Party PDP, Ben Mure Bruce, on Thursday shared on social media a photo of himself and the former Minister of Petroleum Resources, Desane Alessandro Madueke, the chief. Nigerian News report that the graduation ceremony of the son of a former minister held on Wednesday, July 19th at the University of Reading, UK. In the photo shared by Ben Bruce, Alessandro Madueke, seemingly looking healthy, struck a photo pose with the former Bayelsa senator. This, Nigerian News understand, comes after she told the Federal High Court in Abuja that she was in the UK based because she had aggressive breast cancer. You never see anything. Mure Bruce described Alessandro Madueke as sassy, smart, and sophisticated. He wrote, sassy, smart, and always sophisticated, celebrating with the amazing designer Alessandro Madueke at her son's graduation at Uni of Reading. Her son's achievement is a testament to the power of good parenting. Excellency indeed runs in the family. According to them, you have breast cancer. Can our money save you? I don't know. In May, Alessandro Madueke filed a libel suit against the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, and the Attorney General of the Federation then, demanding to be paid damages of 100 billion naira over claim that she is corrupt. After tipping Nigeria and running away, now you are out there filing charges against the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission. Nigeria is really a joke. In a right of summons filed on her behalf at a federal high court sitting in Abuja by a team of lawyers led by Mike Ozekome on May 26, 2023, Alessandro Madueke also demanded that the EFCC and the Attorney General of the Federation should be compelled to apologize to her in 3 national newspapers for the false, injurious, and malicious and libelous publications against her since 2015 when she left the country. 8 years, you are nowhere to be found into your own country. where you are petroleum minister. That means what are you running for? That is the question. Why are you running? Shebi say Bioga, why are you running? The ministry is supposed to cover you now. She listed statements and publications issued by the EFCC, which she said were intended to lower her reputation and integrity, and which she said did indeed lower her reputation and integrity in the estimation of right-thinking members of the society within and outside Nigeria, and also brought her into public ridicule, odium, contempt, derision, and obloquy. Everything they must find English to cover it. So now her reputation has been damaged. After damaging the reputation of Nigeria, it shall never be well with you people. I swear to God, it shall never be well with you people. As you people have vowed that this country can never be well, you people and your entire generation can never be well. I know my swear can never go anywhere. Likewise, the swears of every Nigerian out there. But what do we know? We are stuck and we are handicapped. Anyway, my wonderful people, I beg, make on you this one, they step down until I come your way again and still remain. Ukute Daily Talk. You will hear my voice again because I still have a lot on my shelf for all my fans out there. Please do not forget to subscribe, like, comment. Most importantly, share this message. Let it go viral. A lot of people need to know what is happening in Imo State by the so-called Hope Uzodinjo of Imo State. Have a nice day. May the good Lord bless you in the Ore and the 4 market days that represent the 4 corners of the earth, east, west, and north and south. It shall be well with all of you. As you share this message, may the good Lord empower you, prosper you, and meet you at every point of your need. And so shall it be. Can I hear a wonderful amen? Have a nice day, my wonderful people. I'll be back. Bye for now. Gemesiano.